Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida, and the annual site of one of the best rivalries in the sport. Not a lot of distance between the Gators and the Dogs, and once a year they come here close to the state line and draw their own battle lines. And the Gators will put toe together and will get started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Georgia's offense will go to work first. The meeting last year between these two teams really underscored the fact that Georgia never really seemed to find its rhythm and also sent signals that Florida may be on the rise.
Yeah, it was super close. Remember, DJ Lagway, who we all know is sensational, a stud. Like, he was playing really good football. He gets hurt, he goes out. Palmer, the Florida defense played great, turned over Carson Beck several times, but I think the quarterback spot they felt like held her back. That's not a thing today.
No, and I think Florida feels like they've recruited better and they've gotten some help from the portal. I think they feel like they line up and match up a little better. They're not equal to Georgia by any means yet, but I think Florida feels like they have the talent now. If they can stay healthy on the field, then anything in this game can happen.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Plows through the defense. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker into his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He'll toss it. It's a running room. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line. And the Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Quickly out to the tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one. You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Georgia.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession 1, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And they did tack on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida's offense will get the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Off the play fake. Slips a tackle. Skips away from pressure. Runs through a tackle. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll run it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Fires on the run. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Gators will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, and you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
And the Bulldogs need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Off play action. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today. But it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
complete to the right. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where your quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes in it.
He'll pull it on the read. And the ball slipped out. Touchdown, Florida! They punctuate the chant with a trip to the end zone.
You got to be Johnny on the spot sometime. How about that? The guy fumbles the ball, but his teammate was very aware. He was able to scoop it up himself, take it in for a touchdown. Guys, they may want to put that play in their game plan next week.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. On the run, it's Frazier. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. On display on that side.
Scanning the field, it's Stockton. With the catch, it's Bell. And they're able to get him on the ground.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the target. It's caught downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help them the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Oh, they're after him. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in the kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he did it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lagway. Fires to the big fella. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Wilson. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Caught over the middle. It's Sturdivant. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not-name receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He tries to take the top off. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. This is going to be a tough field goal try, 55 yards and from the left hash. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Rides the back on the option to give. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot. And this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up. But somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
Got a man. It's Clark. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Takes the handoff. It's Ball. He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. It'll be fourth down from the 36. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And it is still a 4-point deficit. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll leave it with the lone back.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to adjust the pattern. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
The Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows?
Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The give to the back. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll go to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the 1st down, really easily.
Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Frazier. Right down the gut of the field. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
To the air, it's Lagway. The sure hands, it's Jackson. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Motion from the back. He'll throw on third down. Snagged in the middle. It's Wilson. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Sends it back in motion. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Sturdivant. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Gators are flying down the field. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Gonna run it. It's Ball. There he goes! Big pickup on the ground, knocked down at the 28-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying under gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The give to the tailback. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Makes the ground. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Touchdown, Florida! They move on top here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now.
Going up top. He's got it inside the 25. Out of bounds at the 20, and just like that, from their own territory to the red zone. split the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. They're setting up the screen. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Fires to the middle. Lost, the defense is wide open. There he goes. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Jackson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job.
Turning it off. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Now on second down after the short completion. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Humphries. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Looking to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the gun. Give on the inside. He's loose. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Dogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Running the red zone. It's Robinson. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got...
Touchdown, Dogs! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Catch in the middle. It's Livingston. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Finds his big tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. From the 39-yard line, it's first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down. A full field of defensive backs trying to take away the deep ball. Right back to the air on second and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Livingston. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Another chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.